Hey everyone, welcome back to Coffee and Conversations English, the podcast where we sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and have a real, natural English conversation, just for you.
I'm Laura.
And I am Avery, and today we have a really important episode for you.
Really important, and honestly, a little different from our usual topics.
It is. Because today, we are not talking about small talk or everyday phrases. Today, we are talking about emergency English. Specifically, what to say when something goes wrong.
We're talking about how to call 911, how to talk to the police, how to describe an incident, and how to report lost or stolen items.
And look, we know this is not a fun topic, but here is the truth. If you are living in, working in, or visiting an English-speaking country, this might be the most important episode you ever listen to.
Because in an emergency, you don't have time to think about grammar. You need the right words right now.
Exactly. So pour yourself a coffee.
Pull up a chair and let's get into it.
Okay, before we get into the specific phrases, Laura, I want to start with something really important. Something that I think will actually calm people down before we even begin.
Yes, and this is so key. So, Avery, what is the most important thing to know before you ever dial 911?
Simple is better. In an emergency, short and direct phrases are more effective than perfect grammar.
Say that again because it is so important.
In an emergency, short and direct is better than perfect. You do not need to speak in complete sentences. You do not need perfect grammar. The person on the other end of the phone is trained to help you. They will ask questions. Your job is just to answer simply and clearly.
Right, so for example, you do not need to say, "Excuse me, I am terribly sorry to bother you, but I believe there may be a situation occurring at my location that requires your immediate assistance."
Help! I need the police. My address is 123 Main Street.
That is it. Short, direct, clear. That is what saves lives.
And this is actually great news for English learners because you do not need to be fluent to make an emergency call. You just need a few key phrases. And that is exactly what we are going to teach you today.
Perfect. So let's start from the very beginning, dialing 911.
Okay, so you have an emergency, you pick up your phone and you dial 911. Someone answers immediately, and the very first thing they say is,
911, what is your emergency?
right, what is your emergency? And this is your moment. You need to say 3 things as fast and as clearly as possible.
3 things. What are they?
Number 1, what is happening? Number 2, where you are. Number 3, who needs help?
What, where, and who. That is it.
So let's practice. Let's say there is a fire. What do you say?
There is a fire. I am at 45 Oak Street. Everyone is outside.
Perfect. What, where, who. Short and clear. Now, let's say someone has been hurt.
Someone is injured. We are at Central Park near the main entrance. We need an ambulance.
Beautiful. Now let's say you witnessed a crime.
I just saw a robbery. It happened on Fifth Avenue. The person ran toward the subway.
Short, direct, clear, every single time. Now, let's talk about some of the key phrases the 911 operator might say to you and how to respond.
Okay, so the operator might say, "What is your location?" And you answer with your address. You say, "I am at," and then your full address. Street number, street name, city.
Right, so practice saying your address in English right now, wherever you are, whatever address you are at. Say it out loud, because in an emergency, you need to be able to say it fast.
The operator might also say, "Is anyone hurt?" And you answer, "Yes, one person is injured." Or, "No, everyone is okay, but we need help."
They might say, "Can you describe what happened?" And this is where you keep it simple. A man broke my car window. Someone grabbed my bag and ran. I heard a loud noise and saw someone fall.
And one more really important phrase. If you do not understand what the operator is saying, it is completely okay to say, "I'm sorry, can you speak more slowly? English is not my first language."
Yes, this is so important. Say that phrase. English is not my first language. Most 911 centers in the United States actually have access to interpreters and translation services. If you tell them, they can help you even more.
So let's recap our 911 phrases.
911, what is your emergency? That is what they say. You respond with what, where, and who.
There is a fire. Someone is injured. I just witnessed a robbery. I am at. Can you speak more slowly? English is not my first language.
Perfect. Now let's talk about what happens when the police arrive.
Okay, so the police are there. You were stressed. Your heart is racing. What do you say? How do you start?
First, take a breath. The police are there to help you. When they arrive, they will usually say, "What happened here?" Or, "Can you tell me what you saw?"
And again, short and direct is your best friend. You do not need a perfect story. Just tell them what you know in the order it happened.
So let's say someone stole your bag. You might say, "Someone took my bag about 10 minutes ago. It happened right here on this corner."
And the officer might then ask, "Can you describe the person?" This is where we need some specific vocabulary. Let's go through the main things police will ask you to describe.
Okay, first, approximate height. You might say, "He was tall, about 6 feet," or "She was short, maybe 5 feet 2."
Second, build, which means body type. You might say, "He was heavy set," or "She was slim," or "He had an athletic build."
Third, hair. He had short, dark hair. She had long blonde hair. He was bald.
Fourth, clothing. This is really useful because it is the most specific. He was wearing a red jacket and blue jeans. She had on a black hoodie and white sneakers.
Fifth, age, just approximate. He looked about 30 years old. She seemed young, maybe in her early 20s.
And sixth, direction of travel, which means where did they go? He ran toward the park. She got into a black car and drove north.
So let's put that all together. The officer says, "Can you describe the person?" And you say,
He was tall, heavy-set, with short, dark hair. He was wearing a red jacket and blue jeans. He looked about 30, and he ran toward the subway entrance on Fifth Avenue.
"Excellent." Now, one more very important phrase. If you are not sure about something, it is completely okay to say, "I'm not sure," or "I think so, but I'm not certain."
Right. Do not guess if you are not sure. Saying, "I think he had dark hair, but I am not certain," is much more helpful than confidently saying the wrong thing.
And here is another phrase that is really useful when talking to police. Can I make a statement? This is what you say when you want to formally tell the police what happened in your own words.
I need a moment. I'm feeling shaken. That is completely okay to say. Police understand that people are upset after an incident.
Let's recap our police phrases.
What happened here? Someone took my bag about 10 minutes ago. It happened right here on this corner. He was wearing a red jacket and blue jeans. I'm not sure, but I think. Can I make a statement? I need a moment. I'm feeling shaken.
Perfect. Now let's talk about something that happens more often than most people think: reporting lost or stolen items.
Okay, so this section is really practical because this happens to travelers and new residents all the time. Your wallet is gone. Your phone is missing. Your passport was taken. What do you do?
The first thing you do is go to the nearest police station or find the police officer and say, I need to report a theft. Or if you are not sure if it was stolen or just lost, I need to report a missing item.
Those two phrases are your starting point. I need to report a theft. I need to report a missing item.
Then the officer or the person at the front desk will ask you questions. Let's go through the most common ones.
First, they will ask, what was taken? Or, what did you lose? And you answer simply, my wallet was stolen. I lost my passport. Someone took my phone.
Then they might ask, where and when did this happen? And you say, it happened at the central station at approximately 2 o'clock this afternoon. Or, I noticed it was missing when I got off the bus on 5th Avenue.
Then, can you describe the item? This is really important. Let's talk about how to describe common items.
For a wallet, it is a brown leather wallet. It had about $200 cash, my credit cards, and my driver's license inside.
For a phone, it is a black iPhone. It has a blue case. The screen is slightly cracked in the top right corner.
For a bag or purse, it is a medium-sized black shoulder bag. It had my passport, my keys, and my laptop inside.
Notice the pattern? You describe the item first, then what was inside it. Color, size, material, then contents.
And here are two really important phrases for this situation. First, I would like to file a police report. This is important because if your wallet, passport, or phone was stolen, you may need a police report for your insurance, your bank, or your embassy.
Say it again because it is such an important phrase.
I would like to file a police report.
And the second phrase, can I get a copy of the report? Once the report is filed, ask for a copy. You will almost certainly need it.
Now, let's talk about one more scenario. What if you see something suspicious, but a crime has not happened yet? Maybe someone is behaving strangely near your car, or you feel unsafe in a situation.
In that case, you can still call the police non-emergency line, or you can approach an officer and say, "Excuse me, I'd like to report something suspicious."
Or, I don't feel safe. Can you help me?
I don't feel safe. Can you help me? That is one of the most powerful sentences in this entire episode. Short, direct, and completely clear.
Let's do a full recap of our lost and stolen phrases.
I need to report a theft. I need to report a missing item. My wallet was stolen. It happened at Central Station at approximately 2 o'clock. It is a brown leather wallet. It had my credit cards and cash inside. I would like to file a police report. Can I get a copy of the report? I don't feel safe. Can you help me?
Perfect. Every single one of those phrases is simple, direct, and powerful.
Okay, let's bring everything together. Today, we covered emergency English in 3 parts.
Part 1. Dialing 911. Remember what, where, and who. That is your formula. Keep it short, keep it direct. And if you need help, say English is not my first language.
Part 2. Talking to the police. Describe what happened in order. Describe the person using height, build, hair, clothing, and age. And if you are not sure about something, say so.
I need to report a theft. It was a black backpack with a laptop and books inside. Can I get a copy of the report?
And the most important lesson of the entire episode?
Simple is powerful. You do not need perfect English in an emergency. You need clear English, short sentences, direct words, calm breathing.
You have got this.
Now here is your challenge for today. Write down 3 phrases from this episode that you want to remember. Just 3. Put them somewhere you will see them, because the best time to learn emergency phrases is before you ever need them.
And share this episode with someone you know who is learning English. It might be the most useful thing they hear all year.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you never miss a new episode.
We read every single comment, and we love hearing from you.
Until next time.
Pull up a chair, and let's talk English.